Dr. DePass with Starfish. Okay, we are on page 56, Secret Stash. In the ripped open side of a stuffed animal, in the pockets of an old backpack, in a hollowed out book, these are just a few of my secret hiding places where I stash food. Years ago, one of Mom's diets for me left me starving. My stomach grumbled, my hands shook, and the room spun as my body demanded more food. Viv unknowingly rescued me by inviting me for a sleepover. Her mom baked cookies. I snarfed several and snatched 3 to sneak home. When I got there, I ripped out some stitches on an old teddy bear and tucked the cookies inside. Ever since then, every chance I get, I squirrel away food. I feel powerful and powerless, free and bound, all at the same time. Tug of war. It's never a good sign when they pick the fat girl first in gym. We're playing tug of war. War is a fitting name since middle school's one big battlefield. I guess it pays to have a lard butts around sometimes. Marissa says as she ties the anchor loop around my waist, my fellow teammates laugh. No fair, Courtney yells from the other end of the rope. Splash could anchor a Navy ship. Courtney's team cheats, tugs even before the PE teacher blows the whistle. Several people in front of me aren't ready, and we all fall like dominoes. I feel the anchor rope tighten around me as Courtney's team drags me across the floor. Heave ho, the whale must go! Heave ho, the whale must go! Courtney starts to chant, and soon the words echo throughout the gym. This is how I'm going to die, with people laughing at me, same as how I've lived. Surely someone sees me struggling, yet no one stops the war to help me, not even the teacher. When Courtney's team wins, I remove the rope and relief floods my body until Marissa and some teammates come over and yell at me for making them big fat losers like me. Take 2. I find Dr. Wouldn't You Like to Know planted as firmly in her chair as cotton in the South Plains. Touché. I sit on the couch. Ellie, would you share something that happened today? Like the near-death tug of war, or when Marissa posted on social media a picture of me eating a cupcake at the library's Banned Books Week celebration, along with the poll question, ban fatties from cupcakes, yes or no? I didn't have to guess the results. I say nothing. Instead, I play silent game of I Spy, trying to figure out the therapist. Doctor, wouldn't you like to know, shelves books based on color, not alphabetically. So I think she obviously can't be trusted. But then I spy picture frames scattered about, showing her friends of all shapes. Maybe I can trust her a little. Doggone good trick. Ellie, do you mind if my dog joins us today? It's okay if you do mind. Mind? Heck no, I prefer dogs over humans. I'll try not to be offended by that, Doctor Wouldn't You Like to Know says as she smiles. When the border collie enters the office and jumps up on me as if he's the size of my pug instead of a pony, I'm tempted to make a joke about Doctor Wouldn't You Like to Know's practice going to the dogs. I check his collar. Patches. Quite a fitting name with your patches of black and white. And look at those icy blue eyes. Reminds me of my mom's. Well, her blue eyes. She has one blue, one brown. Heterochromia. It's genetic. I think about how genes can make you more likely to be fat, too. Mom's sister, Aunt Zoe, is overweight. And so are a bunch of her other relatives. Funny how my fat gene comes from Mom. Doctor, wouldn't you like to know, asks if I have a dog. I nod. A fawn pug, Gigi. Tell me about her. She's a shelter dog. I found her trembling in the back of her cage when I went to Pugs Forever Rescue's adoption day. She wouldn't even look at anyone, as if she figured no one would be good to her because no one ever had been. I scratch patches behind his ears, and he kisses me a thank you. I've been a Pug Forever volunteer ever since. Why? Dogs are powerless when people are mean to them. And lots of people are. Hearing you talk about Gigi and watching you and Patches tells me you're kind and caring person, Ellie. Dogs listen when people don't. She tucks her hair behind her ears, wiggles them. I'm listening. I can't help but laugh, but it's one of those laughs that turns to tears. Doc hands me a box of tissues. I use 3 before the tears, slow enough so I can talk. Mom's on me all the time about my weight. School's a torture chamber, especially since my best friend moved away. Sounds like you're being bullied. That hurts. It's scary. Nothing I can do about it. I can help you confront the bullies and cope with your feelings if you want. Just say the word. The word, I whisper. Doc uses Patches to get me talking. Doggone good trick. The question. A shark invades my safe harbor. Enemy number 3 is at a library study carrel, and when I sit down at one, he gets up to move a little farther away. Good. I didn't want to sit by him either. We're even. One of his shoe soles is loose, flapping and flurling, and he trips over it. His eyes scan the room. Nobody saw it except me. What are you staring at? Megaterra Nova Angeli, the scientific name for a humpback? I give him points for originality. In silence, enemy number 3 studies, and I write in my journal until the bell rings. Everyone would leave you alone if you just lost weight, Narwhal, he tells me as he gets up to go. Have you ever thought about dieting? And there it is. The question everyone asks if you're fat, as if they're doing you a favor to suggest it, as if an overweight person's never thought about going on a diet. Oy. Adjectives and nouns. I remember my first diet. I was 4. On Thanksgiving, after I gobbled down turkey and all the fixings and reached for one of Nana's oatmeal raisin cookies, Mom slapped my hand. That does it. I'm putting you on a diet tomorrow. You are fat. Technically, Mom used fat as an adjective to describe me, but with her tone, she made it a noun to define me. Until that moment, I had never thought about my body being big and big being bad, something to be ashamed of, to hide, to hate. But since then, I haven't stopped thinking about it. Diets, tried and lost. Thanks to Mom, if a diet exists, I've tried it twice, probably 3 times. Grapefruit diet, lost weight and gained mouth sores from all the citric acid. High fiber diet, lost weight and gained those gross things called hemorrhoids. You don't want to know. Chicken diet, lost weight and gained feathers. Okay. It ended up being stray feathers from a pillow stuck to my arm, but still. Art lessons. It's as if all my weight's in my feet. I drag them so heavily when I walk in and find Dr. Wouldn't You Like to Know at a table topped with art supplies. You've got to be kidding me. Art is Viv's thing, not mine. We could talk for an hour. She bats her lashes as she peers over the reading glasses, the rest on the tip of her nose. Art it is, then. I flash a snarkalism lip curl. 1 part snarl, 3 part sarcasm. She hands me a piece of paper. Think of the mean words people have said to you lately. Pick the one that hurts the most. She opens a box of colored pencils. Have a word in mind? I nod. Use it in a drawing. Using a gray and metallic silver pencils, my strokes slowly form a shape, and some shading pulls your eyes right to the red. Doctor, wouldn't you like to know, gives my work a sideways glance. I use my free arm to shield it. Eyes on your own work, Doc. She tries to hide a laugh and ends up snorting. Jagged edges form letters, and I keep going. I lose track of time and don't realize how hard I'm pressing down until one of the pencils snaps in half. The doctor cups her hand over mine. I stop and look down at the paper. I'm shocked by my drawing. A fish cut open with its guts oozing out and blood spelling thing. Big old fat thing. I look up at Doc, who's all quiet and calm. The drawing didn't freak her out like it did me. All 5 of us were home, and we decided to watch a movie. I was actually enjoying being with my family for a change. Then came a beach scene with a fat girl spilling out of her bathing suit. Look at that big old fat thing, someone said, and I pretended not to hear. But later in bed, I buried my head in my pillow and cried myself to sleep. Hearing, look at that big old fat thing over and over. Who said it? Doc asked. I pick up the couch pillow, hug it, tears sting and wells in my eyes, then run down my cheeks. Mom. Sometimes shock breaks all the words out of you, like a candy from a piñata. I think my mom hates me, I begin, and I hate thinking that. So I make myself think about the time she was nice to me, like when I had chicken pox in 1st grade and Mom curled up in bed with me and gently scratched my back until I fell asleep. I remember Mom teaching me how to write haiku. I remember she gave me the stuffed rabbit with the bunny slippers that she had as a child. That was when Nana died and I couldn't stop crying. I guess I cling to those moments like a drowning girl to a life preserver whenever Mom's words gut me like a fish. And that is page 70. So we'll be back with what I carry.